Good morning, my lovely friends. Hello to you all. My word of today is ask. Ask. Yesterday, in the afternoon, I was cleaning out cupboards and I had a load of cards and things that I wanted to do something with. Anyway, I didn't know what to do with them and I decided to ask a couple of my friends what to do. And they came back with some really, really good ideas. And not only did they come back with some really good ideas, but they actually, one of them actually FaceTimed me and said, you know, you can do this and you can do that. And I just thought how lovely it was to be able to ask somebody a question and how easy I found it. And then I came to kind of thinking about other times when I've wanted to ask for things and it's been really difficult and I haven't been able to. And I'm just wondering if people are wanting to ask for things that they need now and are finding it difficult. So looking back on my life, there's been times when I've needed something and somebody would actually ask me, they'd say, are you all right, Dottie? Or you don't seem yourself, or they'd just stand with me and they'd talk about the stars, or they'd hear something in my voice and they'd turn up at my door and give me a big hug. So obviously we can't have people turning up at our doors at the moment, but we can notice when somebody is struggling and maybe we can ask them if they're all right or if they need something. And it could be something practical. But also, if we're in need of something, people aren't mind readers. They don't know what we need. So if we need somebody to, if we're a key worker and we need somebody to clean the house or have a hot meal ready for us when we get home and it's not being done, then we need to ask for it. If somebody's doing something that's irritating us around the house, then we need to ask them to stop. Obviously politely and respectfully, but it's our responsibility to actually say what we need as well. I remember one client that really needed a hug from his wife and he just couldn't ask her. He was not able to ask her. And sometimes the fear of asking something is worse than the rejection. Sometimes if somebody says no, then maybe they're up to their capacity and maybe we need to ask somebody else. So if we've got electrical problem in our house, then we wouldn't ask a plumber. So maybe sometimes we need to go elsewhere if we need something, and it could be practical. We could go to somebody and say, you know, I haven't got enough food at the moment. So there's lots of people that have contacts with food banks, or there could be somebody that's feeling really lonely and they just say, do you know, I really like it when you phone me in the morning and just say hi. So we need to ask for our needs. I've got a lovely book called Climbing Out of Depression, and it's one of my go-tos when I'm struggling with something. And there's a little quote in here which is really lovely. If I had my life to live over, I would start barefoot earlier in the spring and stay that way later in the fall. I would go to more dances. I would ride more merry-go-rounds. I would pick more daisies. And that was written by Nadine, who was 85. And sometimes we just have to ask for what we need. So somebody said to me the other day, maybe we could put sleep on your word a day. And I said, yeah, I'll put it on my list. But actually, were they saying to me, I'm having trouble with sleeping? And I didn't hear them. So my sleep pattern is all upsy down. I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But the thing is, I'm not worried about it because I know that this is a really stressful time. So I get myself up, I go and have a cup of tea. So I wonder if there's any things that people are struggling with or not struggling with, but friends are struggling with, so they don't have to say it for themselves, that they'd like to ask questions about. And maybe some of us have got some answers or some suggestions. Keep safe, guys. Big kiss. Bye.